when this government will not finish its term. There is not another term for Ruto. It is not there. It is not there. 2.5 years.
Welcome to the Star Kenya, where we bring you the latest news and insights on politics and prophecy in Kenya. In this video, we'll be discussing a prophecy that has been making waves in the country's political scene. Apostle Prophet Onyango, from Revelation Wisdom Ministry International, has predicted that President William Ruto will rule Kenya for just 30 months. This prophecy has sparked a lot of debate and speculation about what the future holds for Kenya's political landscape. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the prophecy, its implications, and what it could mean for the future of our country. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive into this fascinating topic. Prophet Onyango shares his visions of State House. He says that he has been visiting State House since the reign of former President Mwai Kibaki, and has a very tough message for the current president, Dr. Ruto. Some are skeptical, while others are taking his claims seriously. Whatever the case, Prophet Onyango's revelations have certainly generated interest and intrigue among Kenyans, and many are eagerly waiting to see whether they will come to pass. The religious figure begins by disclosing that he has been having visions of the State House since the time of ex-President Mwai Kibaki. However, he proceeds to deliver a stern message to the current president, William Ruto, by stating that he is being misguided by fraudulent prophets who oppose God's will. Prophet Onyango advises President Ruto to establish a dedicated ministry for firefighting and appoint a cabinet secretary to lead it. Additionally, he suggests that the president should procure more firefighting vehicles equipped with fire extinguishers, as he predicts that the country will soon experience widespread fires. The prophet also cautions President Ruto that the country's demonstrations will be too overwhelming for the military and police to handle. Therefore, he advises the president to train the National Youth Service in military tactics to assist in dealing with the upcoming situation. Regarding the current pressure for President Ruto and opposition leader Raila ODINGA to engage in talks and bring an end to the ongoing countrywide demonstrations, the prophet describes President Ruto as being sly and deceitful, merely toying with Raila's mind. He further suggests that any negotiations between the two leaders will not yield any positive outcomes. Prophet Onyango predicts that Kenya will face tough times ahead, marked by widespread strikes, demonstrations, and work stoppages across all sectors, including teachers, doctors, and industrial workers. This is due to the government's financial difficulties, which will make it unable to pay salaries, exacerbating the situation. The prophet warns that lawlessness will prevail in Kenya, and the country will resemble the Democratic Republic of Congo. Illegal groups will emerge across the country, and even start collecting taxes from Kenyan citizens. Central Kenya, Nairobi, and Nakuru will be the hardest hit areas. The situation will be dire, with a high death toll, and trust in the police will be at its lowest level. As life becomes unbearable, people will resort to hiring thugs to protect their lives and properties. The situation will be so dire that there will be a mass exodus of people to other countries in search of a better life. The prophet predicts that central Kenya will be plagued by a spirit of drunkenness, and alcohol abuse will become a significant problem. The government will be unable to tackle this issue effectively. Additionally, the situation will worsen to the extent that the government may resort to oppressing its own people to maintain control. So what happens to President Ruto? The prophet's most startling prediction is that President Ruto will not complete his first term in office, despite the high hopes and expectations his supporters had when he ascended to power. Prophet Onyango foresees a scenario where the military and police will join industrial workers in downing their tools due to unpaid salaries by President Ruto's government. This will happen approximately 30 months into his reign, leaving the president in a lot of pain. The situation will be so dire that President Ruto will be forced to surrender and resign from his position. These prophecies are shocking because they suggest a complete breakdown of law and order in Kenya, with widespread strikes, demonstrations, and work stoppages across various sectors. The emergence of illegal groups collecting taxes from Kenyan citizens is a deeply disturbing development, as it signifies a breakdown of the government's ability to provide basic services and maintain law and order. Additionally, the prediction that President Ruto will not complete his first term in office is a significant blow to his supporters, who had high hopes and expectations for his leadership. The mass exodus of people from the country and the rise in alcohol abuse are also deeply concerning developments. Overall, these prophecies paint a bleak picture of Kenya's future, which is why they are so startling.